Botham Jean was we're told, extremely involved in his church.
People who knew him say you could always find the man up on stage singing. Jean was a member of Dallas West Church of Christ for the last 2 years, where he touched many lives. His innocence in all of this has struck a chord with his friends, his family, and many people in the community. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is at the Dallas Police Department, where a protest just wrapped up. Alex.
That's right, Clarice, and this was a very peaceful protest. A few dozen people gathered here outside of Dallas Police headquarters to protest what they call an unjust killing.
Whenever we have a police officer murder someone or a homicide at the hands of police, we'd like to see a trial and a prosecution.
A group called Mothers Against Police Brutality organized this event. People from all walks of life huddled near the entrance of DPD headquarters, calling on investigators to charge the police officer who shot and killed Botham Jean with murder. Some protesters carried signs with the names of other black men who have also been killed by police.
We can't just, stay behind closed doors, and something needs to be done. I believe it has to be training. Most likely is sufficient training.
We had a young man who in his own home was murdered by a police officer. And so that police officer needs to be prosecuted. And in my opinion, manslaughter is unacceptable. And also, thirdly, we need to let Chief Hall know that while we wish her well, that we must hold her accountable.
And Jean was very involved in his church, where he sang on stage just last Sunday. I sat down with two of the people there who knew him best. This is the kind of man Elder Sammy Berry and his daughter Jessica knew Botham Jean to be. A man of God, always ready to be of service.
If he knew he could lend a helping hand and be effective in that way, he definitely was going to do that.
Jean joined Dallas West Church of Christ when he first moved to North Texas 2.5 years ago. He sang in the choir and taught Bible study with Jessica.
Just a very, very humble man. And so just knowing the way that he died, it seems unfair because, think of the nicest person that you know and the most generous person that you know, and then they get shot as if they were a criminal or a thief. And it's just not fair because of the personality that he had. Doesn't match the death the way that he died.
Jean is from St. Lucia. Elder Berry spoke to his mother and sister as they were preparing to board a plane to Dallas.
And I could not believe the strength that they were able to show me and display in that phone conversation. But that just lets me know that they have a very strong faith.
Jean worked in risk management at PricewaterhouseCoopers. In a statement, a spokesperson says this is terrible, adding, "We are simply heartbroken to hear of his death."
When he got the job here.
Elder Berry says while there are still many unanswered questions surrounding Jean's death, his mother is asking the community to lift them up in prayer.
Let's find out what happened. Let's know all the facts before we react based upon incorrect information. I think that's what the family would say.
And Jean's church plans to hold a special service for him this Sunday. His mother and sister are expected to attend.